I knew I had to share this tip with you when he looked at me and said, I can barely feel anything. You're like a human slip and slide. Today, I am going to teach you a hack that uses something that's already in most American bedrooms and can actually help you last longer in bed instantly. And it's definitely not what you're thinking. Hello, I am Caitlin V, internationally renowned sex coach for men, and today I have an incredible and life-changing hack, the likes of which you have never seen before. And if you like sex hacks, and you are excited and you want more of them, go down to the comments and write yes, please, right now. Then watch to the end of this video because I am going to tell you, okay, I said video. I'm not gonna pretend I didn't just say video. Watch to the end of this video so that I can tell you exactly how to apply this sex hack to your life. Before I can teach you this hack, we have to agree on 3 things. The first is that more friction, meaning one surface rubbing against another, causes the sensations that lead to orgasm. The other, number 2, is that friction can either be increased or decreased to make orgasm happen faster or slower. And number 3 is that her level of arousal makes her more or less relaxed. In other words, more or less tight, which means more or less friction. Got it? Okay, so here is the hack. The hack is to use a generous amount of lubricant whenever you're having sex. Lube decreases the amount of friction, therefore decreasing the amount of sensation. And less sensation means less need and urgency to come. Think about it. When you masturbate, if you use a dry hand, you're causing a lot more sensation than when you use a wet hand. Or take the example of a watch. The gears within a watch break down faster without any lubricant. Lubricant allows them to decrease the amount of friction, therefore lasting longer. And the same is true for you. More lubricant, less sensation, lasts longer in bed. Oh, and it feels better for her too. She can enjoy sex way more if she has more lubricant because, as Ariel said, it's better down where it's wetter. Under the sea, under the sea. Darling, it's better down there, it's wetter, take it from me. Just kidding, I know that was Sebastian that said that. I am fully aware. Thank you for checking me. Oh my, and there was like a penis on the cover. Does anybody remember? If you have the VHS copy of The Little Mermaid, there's a penis on the cover in one of the towers. I know because I was a horny teenager who had access to VHS tapes. Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled programming. So how do you use this hack in your own bedroom? Well, you can use a store-bought lube. Store-bought lube is perfectly fine. I highly recommend a water-based lubricant that is free of parabens and free of glycerin. But you know what's even better than the best water-based lube? Her own natural wetness. Her own dripping, dropping, juicy, wetness is better than any lube. I think we can all agree on that. And how do you get her dripping, soaking, sopping wet? Well, with great foreplay. Not only will she be wet with great foreplay, but she'll be more relaxed, meaning that she will be looser, not meant as a negative in this instance, and you will be able to last longer. If that all makes sense, go down to the comments and type lube it up. So your next question naturally is, how do I get better at foreplay so that my girl is dripping, soaking, drippy, sopping, water falling, river running, wet? How do you get your girl wet? You become a master at foreplay, which means if she's not already getting dripping wet, there is room for improvement. And how do you get better at foreplay? Well, my personal recommendation is that you check out my foreplay masterclass within She Comes To. She Comes To actually combines all of my masterclasses on seduction, foreplay, sex, and aftercare, which is what you do after sex. And so if you want to get better at foreplay, be a god at foreplay, be amazing at foreplay, and get her dripping, dropping, soaking wet so that you can last longer in bed, it's like a win-win. She gets wetter and more relaxed, foreplay and sex feels better for her, and you're able to last longer in bed. And if that were not enough, I included in each one of the classes inside of She Comes Too a whole module for men who either have dealt with premature ejaculation or just want to have more stamina, have ever experienced a lack of stamina or trouble controlling ejaculation. I included classes within the class just for you. I really tailored it with you in mind. But whether you decide to invest in some store-bought lube or you go ahead and use She Comes Too to get amazing at foreplay, the goal here is still the same. More lube means less friction, means you last longer in bed. If you liked this tip, please give this video a like and make sure that you're subscribed by clicking the little bell at the bottom so that you will get notified every time I post a video that is going to make your sex life better. Thank you, and I will see you here next week.